I am here to talk a little bit about esports here at Shenandoah. And I guess first to start off, just talking about how did esports get started here at Shenandoah?
Well, I know there's been some interest for several years. My first year here, they had already started to get the equipment, built the room. So the original decision, I'm not sure where all that came, but they had already invested the money into it. And then my first semester, they were looking for someone who was willing to coach. And I know I've played video games with my kids, so I thought, well, let's see if this is something I'd be interested in.
Great. So you had a little bit of gaming experience, like
Yes.
with your kids and with you.
Yes, yeah, a little bit.
And what types of games do our students participate in?
Well, we have potential to play 10 different games. We play, I think, 6 of them. We play Valorant, which is a team game. We play Fortnite as an individual game. We play Minecraft as a team game. We have someone who plays chess and someone who we have a team who plays Super Smash Brothers. So
Okay.
I think that's 5. Yeah.
So how does Minecraft work? Like when I've heard the announcements, I'm like, how does Minecraft work in a PvP type or player versus player type?
Yeah,
I'm assuming.
I felt that same way. It's like Bed Wars on it, which is essentially it's capture the flag.
Okay.
They call it capture the wool, but you got to get
yeah.
over there and get it and bring it back. So there's 20-minute matches, and they play the best of 3 each night.
Oh, awesome. And like, as far as the structure of the team and the leagues that they're in, do they play other teams?
We do. We are part of a group, Indiana Esports Network.
Okay.
They have been one of the main ones in the state for several years, and it's grown a lot in the last year or two.
Mm-hmm.
There's about 50 schools statewide that are part of it. For our team games, we are sorted by school size.
Okay.
So we're 0 to 500. One is the group we're in, but then they have 500 to 1,000, and then over 1,000.
Awesome.
And the individual games, everybody competes together. Doesn't
Okay.
matter the school size.
So it's kind of like a Royal Rumble, so
Right.
to speak. All right.
Exactly.
Awesome. And like, so you're in that kind of this large league, broken down into divisions. What are some successes that we've had, or things that we know?
Our chess participant, Bobby Collins, is currently 2nd in the state. Week in, week out, they have weekly tournaments that then they place and they get points for it. So he's currently 2nd in the state for the year. Our Minecraft and Valorant teams, Minecraft is undefeated they've won the last 8 in a row.
Okay.
We had trouble getting things going the very first week, but since we got things going, they've done really well. Valorant has lost to 1 team all year, and that's it.
Okay.
So we've been doing a good job.
And this is the second year of starting, or is that right?
Yeah, this is our second year
This is our second
competing.
year. Okay.
We have a fall season and a spring season.
Okay.
At the end of the spring season, which spring started January, so at the end of the
Right.
spring season, around spring break, we have a tournament for the team games.
Mm-hmm.
And so we're getting near the playoff times.
Okay.
And we'll see how.
So how do
it
the
goes.
playoffs work? Is it everybody gets in, top teams get in?
Everybody who played varsity, they have different levels. We have varsity teams.
Okay.
They have potential for junior varsity teams, and then club teams. So if you don't want to commit to having a schedule, but you get everybody to show up on a Monday night when Valorant is,
Okay.
you show up and whoever's there gets assigned a match and you
Right.
play. The other ones are scheduled ahead of time, so we know that we're going to play. So there's a little bit more consistency, a little more accountability. So if teams play varsity, which our team, our Minecraft and Valorant, they do, then they can choose to be in the tournament or not.
Okay.
So if a team knows that, we've got no chance, or we don't have the people because we've got conflicts, then,
Right.
then they may not be in it.
So when you play these weekly competitions, is there like expected protocol or rules that everybody has to be in the same room together, or can they be like at home, or?
They want us all to be together.
Okay.
When they've worked through this through COVID, so there
Sure.
were times that they didn't realize, okay, we couldn't do that.
Couldn't do that.
They have different protocols if we have to compete from home.
Right.
But the idea is that everybody's together and the coach is in the room with them.
Okay.
That's what they prefer.
Right.
If we've had some snow days where
Right.
competitions were canceled, or school was canceled and they wanted to do the competition, they would allow people to compete from home for those games.
Right.
So there is a way to do it, but it's much preferred.
Yeah, probably 'cause internet issues,
Yes.
I'm assuming, yeah.
Yeah.
And how could you see, or how could we as a student body, as a school, like support esports? Like what would they like from us as a student body to kind of cheer them on, or
Yeah, that's a good question, because quite a few of them don't like it when I announce their places, even when they do well. Like,
right.
They don't want the
Sure.
attention. But I think people understanding that, we do have daily practices, we do actually compete, and they put a lot of time in here. Some kids are here 3 hours every day practicing their games. I think just understanding that they are a team that has commitment, has dedication, they work hard at what they do.
Right.
But they are very happy doing it for themselves.
Just kind of enjoying the
Yes,
competition,
yes.
enjoying
And they really enjoy each other.
Right.
They really enjoy the time spent together. It's a great environment, got a great group of kids. So, and we're growing. We've got 21 this semester playing, and we've been about that each time, but it's new kids coming in.
Okay.
So it's a good culture.
Yeah, I was going to talk to you a little bit about how you've seen the growth of the program. You've seen a lot of different students getting involved. What are some of the things that, like, when you look back at each season, or even just looking back over the last year and a half, things that maybe like you are proud of as a coach and as a faculty member here in Shenandoah that you've seen from our students?
I'm not the best at gaming, and with teenagers, I'm not going to be able to teach them too many things that's going to improve their gaming.
Right.
But our teams, I can tell when they work well together and when they don't. When I'm here, they're talking and communicating.
Sure.
So they're doing those things. But if you go in the room, it's a positive environment.
Okay.
Where I think most of us, and as a parent, I remember my own children, I could hear them rage, screaming at, it could be the computer,
Right.
it could be the opponent, you never knew. If that happens, it happens once, but that's it. And then everybody knows, okay, we're not going to do that here. They're very respectful of each other,
Right.
of the equipment. That's what I'm proudest of, is that they've come together as a team doing something that normally is not thought of as a team.
So you've also talked about, you said you're not maybe the best gamer. So do you see students maybe stepping into that kind of role of like helping teach one another?
Oh, definitely. It's pretty clear. You go in there and you sit and watch for even just one practice. You can kind of tell who the leaders are. I've got some that are probably pretty good, but they either are uncomfortable communicating or uncomfortable. So it's not always the best players that do it,
Right.
but it's good players that are willing to, hey, this is how we get in, this is what we should do to make our competition better.
Right.
But they also, like our junior high, started this semester. And they were some of the same ones that made sure they were here to help get junior high connected and logged in, and we're trying to make sure that we have a consistent culture from 12th grade down through.
So kind of mentoring and kind of
Yes.
teaching them, hey, this is how we do it.
Right.
This is the expectation.
Yep.
That's awesome to hear that. And how do students, if they're interested, how do they get involved? Like,
We've had a call out for every season. So in the fall, we'll have a call out. I have a deadline that I have to register you by. And if I don't register a student by that cutoff, probably can't get them on a team.
sure.
Just for competition's sake.
Right.
So every year it's been in August. The cutoff is September, so we start in August, come out, play, and then again in December we'll have a call out. We started the second day back from break in January, but they're welcome to come out. They can sign up. I've got some kids that play 2 or 3 different games, so you don't have to be on just one.
Right.
But the days they're played, we're told ahead of time, so somebody knows that I can't be there Mondays because I have to work. You can't play those games. You pick something else.
All right. So each game has different days that they're scheduled
To compete in.
to compete on. Okay. Awesome. And I think that's it. So is there anything else that you would want our student body to know in general about?
One other thing that I think is really becoming a lot more known, there's a lot of scholarships available for esports.
Absolutely.
We only had one senior last year, but he got a scholarship to go play in college. Colleges are starting esports programs now too.
Right.
They've had them a little bit longer than the high school level,
Right.
but they're putting money into it, and people can get scholarships. I don't want to say easily, but the ratio of getting a scholarship to competing is a lot better right now
Right.
than a lot of other competitions. So if there's a game that they like, we've got contacts for different colleges. We know what games they play. We can get you in touch with the coaches there and talk with them.
And how good of a gamer do I have to be if I want to play?
I've got several in there that have zero experience when they started.
Okay.
They come in, hey, I want to see what Fortnite is, and they
Okay.
play it for the first time, or
Right.
Super Smash. So you don't have to have any experience.
Okay.
If you want to be on varsity, you probably need to be a little bit better than
Right.
not on varsity. But
Right.
the club level, if we've got people that want to play, we'll get a spot. Everybody will get to play.
Awesome. Well, that's esports at Shenandoah, and whatever we can do to help, like I said, we want to be here
Okay.
and support you guys as much as possible.
Appreciate that. Thank you, Jason.
Yep, thank you.